Hello, everyone. This is Independent Conservative. Thank you all for joining me once again. I hope you guys have had a great weekend. Uh, yeah, but it looks like apparently Congress has come up with a resolution for this government shutdown. I guess the Democrats essentially have made a deal and they're going to try to end this stupid, crazy nonsense, okay, caused by the Democrats, by the way, and try to find some resolution. So let's get right into this article here. I just found this from Breitbart News. It reads, Democrats cave in on government funding, will receive nothing for ending Schumer shutdown. And that's your boy there, Schumer. All you Democratic lovers out there, yeah, that's your boy there. He's the one that did this. Okay, anyway, a disastrous shutdown for Democrats got worse Sunday when Senate Democrats folded on government funding while receiving nothing of substance in return. 8 Senate Democrats voted with 42 Republicans Sunday night on a procedural vote to allow a continuous resolution, funding the government to advance. The motion passed 60-40 without a single vote to spare and will enable a future vote on a clean continuing resolution through January 30th, 2026, packaged with 3 relatively non-controversial appropriation bills extending through the fiscal year, agricultural, military construction, veteran affairs, and legislative branch. The agreement includes back pay for federal employees and guarantees that the 4,000 plus federal employees laid off during the shutdown will be rehired, as well as a blanket prohibition on future reductions in force through January 30th. Those jobs are a drop in the bucket compared to the 250,000 or so the Trump administration eliminated before the shutdown. And, and there's been a lot of controversy over that. 250,000 people that were let go by Trump. That some could argue that in some way tainted Trump's legacy, if you will, his presidency. But I don't think so. The people that he eliminated were jobs that were considered to be kind of like fat or pork, rather. It's a political term that refers to things that are not needed in the government. So apparently, according to these sources, the 250,000 people that were eliminated during the Trump's attempt to try to reduce the budget, if you will, and trim the fat, if you will, were jobs that were not needed. It's a lot of bureaucracy and stuff like that that's added to. See, what a lot of people don't know is that there are a lot of things that's been added to the government that's not needed. All those government positions cost money, millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars. And if you don't need something, you don't need something. It is what it is. And I hate that these people, got laid off or whatever. But the good news is that, as the article says, and I'm trying to let you guys see this article for yourself the best way that I can. These people will get, some of these people will be promised a rehire. Okay. The article goes on to say, most significantly, the agreements does not guarantee an extension of COVID-era enhanced Obamacare premium subsidies, with Democrats only receiving assurances of a vote on a bill of their choice. So that COVID-era enhanced Obamacare premium subsidies is considered to be a waste of money and a waste of time for a lot of people. It's a waste of money. From what I'm understanding about Obamacare, it was a fluke. It's a bunch of nonsense. It's cost the government tons of money. Obamacare hasn't really helped anybody, from what I can hear. I've never heard anyone saying anything positive about Obamacare, and I'm talking about people who have it. Okay, the regular Joe Smo people that we see every day. They didn't speak anything positive about Obamacare. Of course, the Democrats will. Of course, Obama will. He created it. But when it trickles down to everyday living people, that kind of stuff doesn't work. The article goes on, as I said for weeks to my Democrat friends, I will schedule a vote on their proposal, and I've committed to having that vote no later than the second week in December, Majority Leader John Thune Okay, you see it set on the Senate floor before the vote. Even if such a bill were to pass, the Senate Speaker Mike Johnson has not committed to bringing it to the floor of the House. The result is that Democrats once again overpromised results to their base, but came up empty-handed, inflicting 40 days of pain for nothing of substance. It's the Democrats that did that, folks. The Democrats. Okay, so we're going to read all that crap. Let's get right here. The result, the result is another victory for Thune, I guess that's how I'm pronouncing his name. I don't want to butcher the name, who kept the Senate in session over the weekend to seek a deal, promising to keep senators working until a deal was struck. So the bottom line is this. So you can see that. Look at there. That's your boy there. But here's the bottom line. The bottom line is that apparently, based on this article, that there has been some kind of deal that has been struck so that they can end this nonsense. This nonsense. It's so aggravating, regardless of whether you're Democrat or Republican. It is so aggravating for the leaders of this country to be sitting up here debating over whether or not to pass a bill when you got regular people, human beings, suffering while they sitting up in there debating over a bunch of bull crap. The only reason why I won't say what I want to say on this channel is because this is YouTube. This video would get taken down. But man, these people make me sick. These politicians make me sick. They really do. They're going to go home and eat in their little gated communities while regular American people suffer and might not get food for Thanksgiving or whatever. They might not get any of that. Because you have Democrats, it's the Democrats doing this, okay, that don't give a damn about American people. They don't care about their base. All they care about is trying to get more people in their base to vote for them. That's what they care about. And it sickens me when I'm around people and I'm listening to what they're saying, even people in my own church, God bless their heart, but they themselves are being deceived by the rhetoric they hear on the mainstream media. Everything it's all made to look like Trump is the one that's doing this. Trump is not doing this. This is not Trump. This is the Democrats. They're the ones that tied up everything. But thank God that there seems to be some solution on the horizon based on this article from Breitbart News that I just read to you guys. So hopefully something will happen with this. Hopefully, this will be a break. Hopefully, American families will be happy this Thanksgiving instead of having to sit up here and deal with these power-hungry, knucklehead, old skeezers and old windbags in Congress playing around with people's lives, playing around with people's food, playing around with people's livelihood. Hopefully, something will happen because this is sick and disgusting, and it's time for these Democrats to be exposed for what they are. It make me sick. But anyway, I'm going off. See what else this thing has to say. I think that's it. Let's see. I think it was something else as I was reading this article that was very interesting. The vote was held open for well over an additional hour to allow Senator John whatever, who was in Texas doing a brutal three-way primary fight, to arrive in Washington. The Senate must receive unanimous consent on time agreements to enable a speedy passage, but a vote on final passage is likely by the middle of the week. The amended bill must then pass the House. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna follow up on this with another video, and we're gonna follow up on this, perhaps from Breitbart News or another news source, so that we can get answers and solutions. But at the end of the day, people, at the end of the day, this has to stop. It has to stop. There has to be a solution found somehow, some way. It's sad that the destiny of hungry families is left in the hands of a few heady-minded old windbags in Congress. It's aggravating. It's aggravating. But I pray that there will be solution and a solution soon. So I just wanted to brief you guys on that. According to this article, there is some kind of resolution being made to end this stupidity and bring light to millions of American families all over this country. So what do you guys think about this? Do you think this is going to actually happen? Do you think this is just a bunch of nonsense? I mean, what do you think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless y'all, and see you again.